What is the true power that the symbol of the cross revealed to you? Before Yeshua died on the cross already existed. The cross was known as of that time. The cross was a symbol of pain, despair, shame, torture, and for some, justice. That was where the evildoers met their end. That's what the cross was. And so, if we inherit the symbol of the cross, automatically turn it to something Christian, do we really know the implication of what we're doing? The end of this discussion is to show you that Christians don't depend on symbols and drawings. Christians don't draw Jesus as though this is a lot of you cannot ascend into light because you have a false Jesus. The image of a false Jesus is inside you. I say they want to say something that Jesus said and put an image there, and they begin to commit idolatry. Fall into the sin of idolatry without knowing. Because a thing that should be eternal, a thing that should be sorted out in the spirit, you now have an image for it. And that image becomes a limitation. You see, when Satan begins to corrupt us, it's very salient. You won't be able to notice it. It comes very subtle. Even Islam knows to put light in the face of anybody. If you watch anything Islamic and they're trying to depict, let's say they're telling you the story of a prophet or something, they will not put a face there, they'll just put light. You don't need to put a face to it. Even Islam is that intelligent spiritually. We're adding imagery now to this thing. There is a cross there. And then a device of torture, a device of shame, a device of despair has now become a symbol of Christianity. Meanwhile, the early apostles never went around with this symbol. Which is more powerful, the cross or the grave? You see, the truth is that if Jesus did not resurrect, even though he died, there will be no salvation for us. Do you know it is his resurrection that guaranteed salvation for us? So, Jesus resurrecting is more important than Jesus dying. There are many people who die every single day. The resurrection, if Yeshua did not resurrect from the dead, then the promise of eternal life would have been a fraud. The Bible says because he lived, we are sure to live simply because he lived, not because he died. His death was made meaningful by the resurrection. That was when he became the firstborn of the dead. So if the grave from which he resurrected is more important than the cross, why are we not having emblems of graves in our houses? That is a far more excellent testimony than the cross of punishment and despair. So we got it wrong somewhere. And then we begin to worship the stick, losing sight of the true message. We hold the stick and then now they act movies showing you the power of the stick, and they act movies how vampires shriek whenever they see the sign of the cross. And you don't know that they're already programming something. You now discover that at the end of the day, the cross is shame. Yes, it's the epitome of your past life, shame. And if you compare the cross to the tomb from where Jesus rose, the tomb from where he rose should have more significance to a Christian than the stick on which he was hung. On the cross, he bore my shame. What about when he was died and he was flogged on the back? He did not bear shame that time. So it means there's a deeper meaning to this than what meets the eyes. And when you know it, it's going to unlock you.